Hi folks, and welcome to this episode of Michael's Backyard Marina. I have got to share this with you because I think it's funny and I just got to show it to you. So if you guys remember, if you watched any of my videos, you saw that I had a decoration in the backyard that was a boat decoration. My wife didn't like it, and it's hard to see in here. See if I can give him to move here a little bit. Come on, where you at, fella? He's hiding good. There he is. Now this guy here is now about, I don't know, he's probably a good 5 inches long now. He's a green sunfish that I had bought for bait this summer. Didn't use him. Threw him in the boat out there, boat feature. Well, along with a couple other goldfish and stuff like that. And so I brought him in for the winter because I tore the boat feature down since my wife didn't care for it so much, and put him in here. Now keep in mind, he was about, oh golly, if he was 2.5, 3 inches long about midsummer, I'd be surprised. And just recently I had put 50, I've done it, what did I do it once? Yeah, once. 50 feeder goldfish in here, and that joker has eaten them all. There is not a single goldfish left. So I'm gonna run to the store and see if I can get some minnows and stuff to throw in here to keep him fed. I wonder how big I can grow him. We're gonna see. So let's head to the bait store and see if I can get some more, some bait for my little fish there. I'm gonna get some small minnows if they got them. Right now, the place where I got the feeder goldfish, they had none yesterday. They're remodeling the whole fishing department, or fish department, so I couldn't get any more feeders. And actually, I only bought the feeders just to thought they might raise up. And but lo and behold, after about 2.5 weeks, that fish ate all 50 of those feeder goldfish. So let's get them some more feeder goldfish, or get some more things for him to eat. So let's head to the bait store. I got several things to do today. I got to get the bait for that guy. I'm going to pick up some insulation for my shop. Just 2 bats to try it out. And I'm going to go by Harbor Freight to get some more of them lights. I told you I like them lights. You're going to see my video. You probably already seen my video of that one. But yeah, I like them lights. So I'm going to get some more of those. I got to have them. They're just too handy to have. I've got currently... make sure I don't hit anybody here. I currently have one. My wife has one. I'm going to buy at least 4 more. I'd like to put one in each vehicle and keep one in my coat pocket, and maybe keep 1 or 2 in the boat. Seem pretty handy. 48 hours on a set of batteries for that kind of light, not too shabby. So let's get her done. Let's get after it, folks. Having fun today, like always. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm out and about today, because it's about noon right now and I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything for breakfast, and this old boy here needs some horsepower to keep running. And I heard that the new Popeyes chicken sandwich, and I find this hard to believe, that the new Popeyes chicken sandwich is better than Chic-fil-A's chicken sandwich. I've been eating Chic-fil-A sandwiches since I can remember, since I was a little lad. My mom used to take me to the Dutch Square Mall in South Carolina, and they had a Chick-fil-A there. Me and my grandma and grandma would get us a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and it was the best thing ever. And they still are very, very good. They're still the best thing ever. So I'm finding it real hard to believe that Popeyes is going to have something better than Chick-fil-A. But time will tell. I'm going to have one today. I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to let you know, is it any good? Is it better? It's just one guy's opinion. Stay tuned. We're going to let you know. Just so I can do a true apples to apples comparison, or should we say chicken to chicken comparison, I've downloaded the app from Chick-fil-A. I'm going to order my sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. It's kind of like a drive-through, but where I'm currently located, the only Chick-fil-A around me is in a mall. But they got a cool curbside pickup, so I can order online and then click I'm here, and they will bring it out to my vehicle. So I'm going to do that, so that, because Popeyes has a drive-through, I'm going to do the head-to-head comparison with their chicken filet sandwiches and do some taste testing with them to see if they truly are better. Everybody's telling me they are. I'm having a tough time believing it. We'll see. Okay, folks, I'm here to tell you I just finished my first Popeyes classic chicken filet sandwich. Nasty. Absolutely nasty. The meat was chewy. It was tough. I'm hoping I just got a bad piece. I bought 3 sandwiches. I finished the first one because I don't like to waste food, and I hope it doesn't kill me. But that doggone thing was just, I don't know who was raised where, in what country, to say that Popeye's Chick-fil-A sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A's Chick-fil-A sandwich. I mean, Chick-fil-A, it's in their name. They got to make good sandwiches. And I've never had a bad Chick-fil-A sandwich. I might have had one that was a little crispier than I like, but still tasted awesome. So we're going to try a second sandwich at Popeyes here. I'm hoping it's better than the first one. I tell you what, if it tastes just like the first one, it's going back in the bag, and my dogs are going to eat it, and I'm hoping they'll eat it. I'm not sure if they will. Let's try the second one. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm into the second sandwich now. Big difference. Not big enough, but the chicken's not tough. The chicken's tender. I'm not sure what happened on the first sandwich, but that inconsistency is terrible. I'm not sure what they gave me on the first one, but this one's a little meatier chicken. It's tender. It's not tough. The bad thing is they put mayo on it, and I like my chicken sandwiches just plain. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. Would I go to Chick-fil-A over Popeyes? That's a definite yes. No doubt in my mind. These are, I'm going to have to eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich that I bought here from Chick-fil-A just to get the taste of this one out of my mouth. It's not that good. And believe you me, oh, I got sweet tea in the jug here. Believe you me, if it was, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. If it was good, that'd be okay. But it's okay. It's okay at best. But I don't know. It's not bad. A scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best sandwich for the fast food chicken sandwich. This would probably be a 5, maybe a 6. And Chick-fil-A would be up there around 9 or 10. But I tell you what, I was starving. I hadn't eaten anything. It's 2:13 in the afternoon. I haven't eaten anything since I woke up this morning, other than taking a couple of vitamins. And so this should taste like filet mignon to me. It's really not hitting the spot. So I'm gonna try a Chick-fil-A sandwich next and go. And this should taste the worst, because it'll be my third sandwich, in one sitting, and that shouldn't taste as good on a full stomach. But I bet you Chick-fil-A is going to be all right. Like I said, not bad, but not good enough. I'm about to the end of the sandwich, and the only way I can describe the mayo they put on here is the amount they put on here was a little extreme. I would call it slathered. They definitely slathered the mayo on here. Not sure if this Chick-fil-A I went to, or Chick-fil-A, sorry about that. This Popeyes that I went to in Iowa City, Iowa, was as, I don't know, messed it up, or is consistent with all the other Popeyes across the nation. But that's the whole idea behind a food chain, is there's supposed to be some consistency there. And I've had Chick-fil-A's from here to South Carolina, and they're all consistently the same. When I travel, I'm always pulling into one and getting me a sandwich to eat, because I do like them. I do like them a lot. So let me finish this off. I'll tell you, folks, I just went inside, got me some bait, some minnows, got 4 dozen. They just scoop them up. They don't really count them where I go, but they give me 4 scoops, or 3 scoops, so it's about 4 dozen minnows to feed my little sunfish at home. Now we're gonna dig into the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Much better. I'll tell you, the chicken wasn't bad on the Popeyes, but the mayonnaise they put on them was, I don't know what that was. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good. It was much better. We're back now, baby. Alright, so I finished all the sandwiches, not all of them. I ate 2 Popeye sandwiches. First one, not so good. Second one, acceptable, but way too much mayo. Ate a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Chick-fil-A has its good days and bad days. Even on their bad days, you know, there's an 8 out of 10 versus a 10 out of 10. So the sandwich I ate from Chick-fil-A was probably an 8 out of 10. It had a little bit too much crispy hardness around one of the edges, but it was alright. So anyway, there again, Popeyes, be tough to give it a 5. 5 to 6 tops. So anyway, that's my opinion on it, folks. You guys can go out and order your sandwiches and make judgments for yourself, but I tell you what, if you really like the Chick-fil-A sandwiches, you're not going to be happy with Popeye sandwiches. But I definitely would tell you, you got to give it a try yourself. You don't know. Everybody's tastes are different. This is just one man's opinion. You guys get out there, enjoy life. Enjoy a good chicken sandwich when you can. We'll talk at you later. All right. Since I couldn't get feeder fish this time, I went and bought, let me turn the bubble off here. Went and bought about 4 dozen minnows. Thinking there's more than 4 dozen here. They just gave me 3 scoops, large scoops. We got some fish. Some of these don't look so great. So let's scoop some out and see how they like the new water here. Hopefully they don't shock them too much. We'll see. There you go. Can't see them. There's a lot of minnows there. They disappeared. One thing that was nice about the goldfish is I could see them. Look at that. Scoop after scoop. I know I paid for 4 dozen, but I think I got a few more than that. I can start seeing some of them swim around down the bottom there. You can see them. That green sunfish, he's going to have a ball. These are right up his alley. I can start to see them now. All I do is give them some goldfish flake. This is actually giving me a kind of a nice test run here too, because usually I end up having some leftover minnows when I go fishing. And I'll be able to throw them in here. And scoop out what I need to go fishing next go round. Which that'd be kind of nice. We got one here that's not swimming so good. Let's cut him loose and see if he does better in there. There we go. Only got a few more left in here now. Let's see how long they last. See if Mr. Hungry Sunfish eats them all. Now, I've had real good luck bringing fish home in this little minnow container. I had one place I bought some, I won't mention the pet store's name, bought a bunch of feeders. And they put them in a plastic bag. Let's tell you, I bought 50 feeders for like $7.99. They put them in a plastic bag, and lo and behold, stop some bubbling here, see what we can see. This looks like that one on the bottom there didn't make it. There's a slew of them swimming around down there now. Yeah, there we go. Turn this light off and gives you a spotlight. There we go. But anyway, by the time I got home, I asked the guy, I said, how long will they last in that plastic bag? He goes, oh, you should last 24 hours easy. I was about 35 minutes from home. I bet I lost almost half of them. So from that point on, I use my minnow bucket with the aerator in it, and I have a lot higher success rate about what gets home. It's like one down the bottom there is starting to kick back. He's suffering, but we'll see. Maybe that'll be one of the first ones the old sunfish eats. The only thing I do for him is I also give him, I got this goldfish flake food that I'll sprinkle on here. That's quite a bit there. That keeps the minnows something to eat. And that's all I do. Yeah, all this is, folks, is just an old blue barrel that I cut the top third off of. Plug that back in. And it was just to winter my fish. There's one little one hanging out over here. And it's got some of the white plants from the pond. And it looks like they're still trying to grow. But it gives cover for the sunfish and some of the little minnows. We'll let that run for a while, and we'll check up on it in a few days to see how the old minnow population's holding up. Oh, look at there. I put all this insulation in my garage, and the temperature's still only 45. I'm gonna have to read the instructions, because I don't think just putting this in my garage is enough. Well, folks, I told you I was going to do it, and I did it. I went back to the Harbor Freight. 1, 2, 3, and free. This one was another free one. So now I have extras, read all about it. Boom! That's some bright light. Oh, scary light. Anywho, picked up four of these suckers today. I told you I was going to have one in my vehicles. I think it's worth having it as a little emergency backup. Also, they had 25-foot tape measures. For $1.99 today. Picked up a couple of those. You can never have enough tape measures laying around. But then, lo and behold, I went to the Menards, got me some insulation, put it in my shop, and my shop's not getting any warmer. I think I'm going to have to read the instructions on that one a little bit. But I did pick up me some foam sealant, so I'm going to seal up some things around the top edge of this building here before I start putting up my insulation. And then they had, for less than $7 at Menards, they had this. I thought this was pretty cool. I think I'm going to open one and take a look at it with you guys, because I thought it comes with the batteries, already ready to rock and roll. We'll see if I'm smart enough to get into it without resorting to check it out. Now, you guys probably think I'm a little nutty because I like the flashlights. Anyway, came with a light, pretty strong magnet on it, but it's got a button on here. Boom. Got an LED. That's a pretty bright light there. High, low, strobe, and off. Came with two of those. I thought it was pretty cool. There again, not the most expensive stuff in the world. But that probably wouldn't be bad to have in a car too. And then came with this little high-low, red flash, and off. And it looks like it came with the headband. Boom. Oh, it's a three-way headband even. Let's go without it. My head's gonna get cold. Oh yeah. Well, that's squeezing off the blood to my big head. Dr. Mike, report to surgery. Does not compute. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Let's just go turn some lights off. Wrong button. Look at here. Here we go. Oh, here we go. It's about to get overexposed here. Boom. Oh, there we go. Well, that lights up pretty darn good. And if I don't want to wreck my night vision. I look like Terminator. Warning. Ain't bad. Lights up pretty good. Well, so what can you expect for $6? That ain't bad at all. Surprised it even turns on. It's fun. That's the fun with the flashlights. See what's inside. Looks like it runs on 3 AAAs. The little clippy thing don't clip down very good. Oh yeah, it does once you got the battery seated. Now I need a little more help with my transmission. I needed some way to lift up some individual pieces from other individual pieces. And I went to my people at Harbor Freight just to see what they had for a floor jack. And I kind of liked what I saw with this little joker here. has a carrying handle. It's a 2-ton jack. And I thought this might be a little nicer to carry around in the back of my old Jeep to help out with some of these boat rescues and trailer tire fixer-uppers and stuff like that. Because it weighs only 20 pounds, it's got a carrying handle, and I can put this thing underneath an axle and lift something right off the ground to change a tire, fix a wheel bearing. The fact that it's got a handle is why I went for it. I couldn't resist. Right there is maximum height. Let's check it out. One of these new handy dandy tape measures. Max height on this thing is just at 13 inches. And drops down to a height of, let's just say, about 5.5. That'll get under any axle, and it should lift up most everything. It's got some nice little steel casters. We're gonna put that thing underneath the old transmission. Let's see if we can give that thing a lift and finish working on my car. I thought I'd show you guys that. So that's on one of the agenda items. On one of the agenda items for me to get to play with. Now, I need to get after. I've got an area on my old shop here where I had extended on a roof on the back of it. And I ran 2x6s right there, or 2x8s maybe. It was like 2x8s. Ran them through here, maybe not 2x6. Ran them through here out to the out for the overhang in the back. And my tin on the back up here, as you can see, doesn't fit real tight. But before I insulate, because I've got cross ventilation running this way on my purlins, so I'm not too worried about that, having plenty good ventilation there. But I want to get this area sealed up. So I had a squirrel nest in here over the winter through one of the holes I have up there. So I want to get that stuff insulated up. But first I got to vacuum some old insulation and stuff somebody stuck in there. Get that cleaned out first. Well, folks, if you haven't figured it out so far, I'm starting to insulate my shop. I've only lived here for about almost 8 years now, and I'm finally going to insulate my shop because you see that? It's cold out. So, barehanded, but I can make it. As you can see here, I've got some R38 insulation I'm putting up here on the ceilings. I'm going to put R19 in the walls. But the ceiling, fortunately, I put down, I re-roofed it about 2 years ago now, 2 summers ago. and I put OSB down, and then I put new tin on top of the OSB. And then I've also got purlins running across, so I got some ventilation that'll keep that from sweating. Plus the R38 will let the temperature transfer happen so slowly from heat to cold, because I'm gonna put 1/2-inch OSB over that as well. So the temperature transfer will stop the condensation there. On the walls though, it's a different story. There is no OSB. It's just the tin put up on the 2x6 frame with some purlins running across to hook the tin to. So what I've bought for that, I bought some 1/2-inch foil faced insulation foam. So I'm going to cut that and fit that tightly between all the 2x and whatnot. As you can see, there's an array of different shapes and whatever. That stuff's easy to cut. I'm going to cut and shape it to fit in there. I'll seal around it with some foam. I'm going to use that as my moisture barrier from the outside. Then I'll put some R19 in the walls. I got 2x6 construction here, so I got room for R19 in the walls. And then I'm going to cover that with OSB as well. And then we'll paint it up nice and white to make it look nice and bright. And then I'm going to hang up some new LED lights eventually as time goes on. So I'm going to get started on here. We're going to do a bunch of time lapse. The other cool thing, let me show you what I got. Because I started stapling some of this up with my old, I mean, it's an old stapler that I've had for so many years, it's not even funny. So I bought this right there. So it's a push. So you're pushing, I didn't get myself, it's empty. Pushing where you're stapling, and it's a boss stitch. We'll see how this works. Lifetime limited warranty, but I don't know what that means, but the cool part is it's composite material. The whole thing is composite, so it's really light. And it takes 25, it says here, 25% shorter squeeze distance to get the job done. So somebody's done some engineering here. Hopefully, we'll see how it works out. But I noticed using my old stapler, which is this gargantuan, it's heavy, it's cold. This is not so cold because it's like my carbon fiber bow. It is composite material. It's not cold on the hands. This is like holding onto an ice cube trying to work it. Plus, when you're trying to push down here and you need the pressure there, it's counterintuitive. This is a better design, I feel. We'll find out in the long run. But that way, when I'm pushing it on my location where I want to staple, I'm pushing, it's doing everything it's supposed to do. So we'll see. I see they still sell these today. Like I said, I've had this one for a lot of years. More than I care to remember. We're going to stick it back in the old drawer here. And I'm going to put you on some time lapse here and some good music. And let's see how this goes, because I'm going to start I'm going to put up at least 8 foot of batting. Then I've got some OSB out there. I'm going to try to hang up a few sheets as I go. And then I'm going to work on this corner, because I want to get this corner done. And I'm going to work my way around the building, start there, because I've got a lot of stuff in here and I can't afford to move it all. I could move it all if I wanted to, but that's a lot of crap. So I thought, well, I'll finish one corner, then I can move some things into that corner, and then I could go back to and just work my way around the building as time permits. And I got me a little heater out here blowing around right now. Ouch, got something in my hand. Got a little heater blowing around out here just to go over and warm my hands up every now and then. It's not going to heat this place. Trying to heat this tin can right now with no insulation is pretty much impossible. But when I'm all said and done, once I have all this R38 in the ceiling, and I'll be able to heat and cool this very effectively, because I got an insulated door. Both doors are insulated. My windows are thermal pane windows. So all that's left is to get this building buttoned up. But the secret is sealing it up tight. I want this thing to be airtight on the inside. That's why you saw me foam insulating on the end of the openings here where the tin meets the ceiling. I had to seal that up because I'd cut purlins in, or stringers in, for my overhang on the back of the building. But hey, you guys see this video? You got any suggestions, anything that you can see that I could do better? I'm not an expert. I'm not a construction person by any stretch of the imagination. I pretend to be one. I don't do it for a living. People that do it for a living know a heck of a lot more than I do. That's for darn sure. But we're gonna go after this thing. I'd love to get like at least 4 or 5 pieces across here. I love to get that corner over here by the door done and behind my wind power panel here. I love to get it over there to that window, so that corner. Got to start to get an idea what it's going to look like in here. I'm excited. It's been a long time since I had a finished shop. About 8 years. My previous place I moved from had a insulated and heated garage. I spent more time in there than I did in the house, tinkering and working on stuff. I want to get back to that because I got lots of boats I want to work on. For goodness sakes, I got not lots of boats, but I got a couple of projects that I'm pumped up about. I just picked up another one today. You'll see a video about that one before too long. But I want to get out here and start being able to tinker with it. But I need it to be at least, I'd like to be 50 to 60 degrees is a good working temperature for me. That way I don't get too hot and I don't have to wear a hat to keep my head from getting chilled. But this little squirrel skin hat, this thing's old too. It's probably 30 plus years. I bought it when I was in my 20s. So this thing's over 30 years old. Still does the job. You don't believe in paying for quality, folks. Pay for quality, it pays off. 50 years later, I'm still using it. All right, let's get after it. Let's time lapse this thing. Let's get a little deeper into it. And then I might end this video as a part 1, and then we'll go to a part 2 as I work my way around the building so you guys can see it as it progresses. I like watching people when they do that type of thing, so I kind of want to give back to the community and let you see what I'm doing. I've already got electrical all run through the walls and everything here, so and you guys, it's going to be interesting how I finish off the ceiling lights. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm pretty tickled about what I'm going to do. It's inexpensive, very cost effective, but gives out a lot of light. So stay tuned. Let's get busy. I got a lot of work to do tonight. Let's get stapling. All right, folks, I can't get all this in on one video, but you see where I'm started. You're gonna see a part 2 on this video. There's a whole thing, a lot of things going on in this particular video, but it's ending where I'm insulating my shop. So I'm gonna do some more work on that. I'll capture some more video on that as I move along. So far so good. I'm not unhappy with what I see, but we're getting there. Stay tuned. Do something fun. This old man's done wore himself out for the day. I gotta fix me some supper and get rested up for the week. We'll talk at you later. Michael, out.